relevant proceeding.
Yeah.
What kind of relevant proceeding we have to give the detail?
Yeah, detail meaning you have to write maybe the section under which the proceeding was conducted by the concerned tax authority. If there is a raid or search or something that you have to mention, if there is a scrutiny, you have to mention that, etc. I would give only basic details, the section and the law, or the name of the act. No, I think if the demand has been raised, no, if paid is beside the point. You have to give the details of the demand raised or refund received. So whether it is paid, not paid, whether disputed, undisputed, I think all will have to be mentioned.
Sir, you lost the event time regarding 43 CA.
My question is a basic question. We are reporting under the Income Tax Act. The tax audit report is to be filed under the Income Tax Act. Now, this tax audit report requires us to give all the details of the other taxes with which we are not concerned at all. Can this be challenged in the court of law?
Absolutely. So, in fact, one of my students had raised this issue, whether this is all ultra vires the Income Tax Act.
Because we are not supposed to be asking other questions whether I am not supposed to be an expert in whether the VAT is properly worked out, whether it is being paid, whether the service has been properly worked out, whether it is to be paid or not.
I agree.
And in fact, what is happening is that we are now doing the triple duty of the tax collector, tax audit, tax assessment, and the TDS.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, there is no end to this. If these kind of things, if we protest, should we not protest against this kind of reporting?
I think so. So that's why the president is here. Maybe you can take it up with other presidents. I agree. But yeah, so this is an issue. But only thing is that if you look at it from their point of view, they are asking questions about anything that affects the taxability and the tax. So from their perspective, somebody has to certify it. The question is whether auditor, I mean, we as auditors should certify or who should certify is a valid question. But they are asking all questions pertaining to the income tax.
So, pertaining directly to the income tax in the sense whether
affecting the taxability, affecting the tax. Because, for example, if a VAT liability, VAT is not paid, it is disallowable. So if it is disallowable, it directly impacts the income and the tax, and therefore they are interested in.
then if that is so, if we have to do this, what the income tax officer will do? Why the postal income tax officer? Why they don't record us as the income tax officer?
I agree with you.
Wording is liable to pay. You see, the fourth clause code, the words used are whether the assessee is liable to pay.
Yeah.
So are we going to take into shoes of indirect taxes also? Liable is not reporting merely registration. It's a whether liable, like service tax. The such activity, the assessee is liable to pay service tax. So my wording is liable creates a lot of.
Absolutely, I agree. I agree. So that's why.
So can we get a disclaimer that as a how we can say whether it is a liable, because service tax after BSNL also there is a distinction what is the worst contract, liable, so many issues are there.
Same thing is attracting 2-3 taxes.
That's all.
So that issue is there, of course, but I think let's wait for the guidance note of the institute.
Yeah.
So they will have to give us clarity on these kind of issues. So I'm not in a position to answer that.
Sir, in case of loss 70, one of my clients is into a real estate business in which 43 CA has to be mentioned. During the year, the SSC has entered into the agreement of selling of flats, and the registration and everything is done in the future years. The stamp duty value on which, suppose say today the market value of the flat is 1 crore rupees, I am entering into an agreement of say 1 crore 5 lakh rupees. I am selling it to more than the market value, that is the ready reckoner value. And if I enter into an agreement in future years, so the market value as per the register agreement would be definitely more because the stamp duty value increases every year. But the originally the agreement value is less than the stamp market value. Because in real estate redevelopment business,
I think the section would be the first one. If there is an agreement, then you have to take the word well. Section 48.
What I'm saying is that this lecture will let us focus on the amendments to the form And the issue about applicability of a section is anywhere there.
Okay, but the value which we will have to report is would be the value of the earlier year or the value in which the registration is being
You see the provision of
If
CA.
you, I think you have to first see whether the section is applicable to you in this year or not. If it is applicable, you have to report it.
That's all. Now you find
This
that
is
it
value, this is value.
The value would be for the that year.
you have to. They want just details. That's all. Let us make it simple. I think let us.
We would love to make it simple. Problem
No, no.
is-
If they want the details, it's not better.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, in the place.
Yeah, please go ahead. He's asking for point. Yes, please.
Sir, regarding two questions, clause 40, they have now come up with the bracket and the details required to be furnished for principal item of goods traded, manufactured and services rendered. Earlier, the guidance notes was exempting service entities to ignore the ratios to be presented. So this still continues with the new clause. And second question is regarding the 48 disallowances, where earlier 40 subsection 2A was included, like taxes on profits and gains of business, where we would report provision for taxes and interest on TDS late payment. Now that is not being included in this clause, so whether the same has to be continued or not.
Which clause?
Regarding clause clause 21B.
So the first question is about the ratio of their services. I would continue the same stand that I took last year.
The services will not be applicable.
As far as 48, clause 21.
Clause 21 applicable. Subclause
What? WIP.
Close which you are referring
Okay, no, meantime.
Yes, sir, 34A. 34A clause in new Tricity and corresponding in old Tricity was 27. In new Tricity, it says that if required reduction or collector tax as per the provision for 17B, if yes, then please furnish the details. And in earlier, it was like no compliance, then furnish the details. Earlier it was if no compliance for tax deducted, then furnish the details. And now, if yes, then furnish the details.
What is the old number?
27.
Only defaults are here, all the details.
Yeah, so this was my question, whether we have to report the entire, everything or only defaults. So my person, so that is an issue, of course. My person will report everything.
Okay. If yes or no, both should be reported within time or
Everything has to be
Yes, sir.
for the entire year. All the before, all the previous period.
and
So the excitement will be when you are uploading the XML.
And one more thing, if so many things in nature of payments, then we have to fill the combined information or section by separately everything.
Sir, here that number is also to be mentioned. In case of banks, every branch is different kind of. So, whether the schema will take it or not?
So that's what I said, that excitement will be there in so as it is, we were having a problem of XML validation in case of TDS, which you are claiming. Is even TDS liability, not even liability, it's already discharged, but so it's going to be
So my question is relating to clause 41. The assessment is done and the demand paid is debited to the capital account of the partner, do you still have to report this?
So, yeah, I don't think there is any reference to the profit and loss account where it is debited. So therefore, if there is a demand raised or refund issued, period, you are covered. Whether debit to capital account or whether debit to P&L account.
Thank you.
Clause number 24, that you need to report TDS defaults. Okay, in that it speaks about total amount of payment or receipt of the nature specified in column 3. So that means suppose there is a rent payment which is below 1,80,000. Okay, so all the payments which are where the TDS is not applicable, I'll have to report first that, then report what is the on which applicable TDS is applicable. That is applicable, okay?
The heading of 34 is whether the asset is required to deduct.
So it is required to deduct.
So if 1,20,000 is the rent, you are not required to deduct.
No, other payment is required to deduct. On other payments, he is required to deduct TDS.
If it is under limit, like say time.
So now is your question that I have paid rent to 3 people, for example, one person, landlord A 1,20,000, landlord B 3 lakhs,
Yeah, correct.
and landlord C, so say another 3 lakhs.
Yeah, you could do it all and then report that way.
No, because it is assessing, line item. So you will report only when tax is deducted. Yes, problem will be that if they try to match what is debited to P&L and which is exactly what happened in the TDS routines, etc. So you have to explain to them that all this we are not deducting.
No, that column 3 will got the entire report. Column 3 of that.
So we have to I would obviously report only what is there in your TDS. Absolutely.
TDS return which we have
Correct. I mentioned that you have to reproduce the TDS.
Then you have to give all profit and loss account details.
And they will come. They will come.
What about the transporter's payment? TDS, whether we are paying transporter, we want TDS is not required to be deducted. So whether we have to import more transport payment here, transporter's payment. Transporter we don't deduct anyway.
Next question.
So your under 194C you are saying for transporter you are not supposed to deduct. If you are not deducted, you will not.
While filing the TDS return, we have to include those transporter.
In return of income, you have to mention date of audit report. So in that case, each date will be, because when will be uploading audit report after 30th September?
Yeah, so it's expected that the notification for return of income will also come. Otherwise, this is a non-starter. There is no point in having a notification when tax audit is postponed and return is not postponed. So everyone is going to make representation. They will realize the mistake and they will.
We need to make a representation that just as for tax audit, we normally have a turnover limit. Same way there should be a separate audit report for TDS. When the requirement for TDS deducted and collected exceeds some threshold limit, and for which a separate audit report should be there, so professionals will also stand to gain.
What about our fees? Mr. President?
See, chartered accountants feel very happy when new work comes. I think we should feel happy when the fees come.
Are they really there to do such type of audits? The question is that.
In regards to the advertisement expenditure, earlier in the reporting requirement was there only in the cases where advertisement expenditure was paid to political parties or in the brochures of the parties. Now the reference to political parties has been deleted. So does this mean that you have to report the entire advertisement expenditure in the form of proceeding, or it has to be restricted only in respect of payments to political parties?
Sir, this is in addition to what I
If you see, clause 21, subclause A, third item in the table, advertisement expenditure in any souvenir, brochure, tract, pamphlet or the like published by a political party. So I repeat that the first VCD that they had uploaded did not have this. Now it is there. So it is identical to the earlier provision. There is no change.
Sir, but this change, what you are telling us, I have got this taxman's publication. It is not that the taxman publication.
This has come from the VCD of the website, income tax website. So I would look at income tax site and not tax site. Our president wants to go.
Wait for 2 minutes.
Last question. Last question. Last one question is asking credibility. The last one. Your request to be seated. We just have a vote of thanks. Just be seated for 2 minutes.
Please. Let's give our respect.
Oh, what is the TDS?
Interest on TDS. On that, there is a clause where you need to report whether the interest calculated on TDS report is correctly done or not.
Okay, I'll get back to you offline now.
Friends, I think we have to stop here. You all agree that it was an interesting session. Yes, there are many issues. But as the time goes and as we have guidance not with us, we have probably better answers. Of course, Ameet Bhai has given a lot many answers today, but not many things will depend on the guidance note and also on the schema. So one has to wait for that and then come to practical answers which we will have to develop in the course of our practice. We are very really fortunate that it was a good session by Ameet Bhai and very deserved all thanks is due. I would request our convener.
Respected Speaker, CA Ameet Patel, respected President of the Chamber, Chairman of the Direct Tax Committee of the Chamber, all the guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a privilege to have been asked to give our proposal of thanks on this occasion. Like in cricket, timing is very important. I must say that the occasion, the timing of this lecture was very well reserved. And it seems the notice has gone to the Ministry of Finance. To bring some अच्छे दिन they got the circular last night. But of course it's a totally ineffective circular. And as the Speaker rightly pointed out, that we need to be more conservative than proactive in the circular unless we get further clarifications from the CBDT. Also, as you can see that all these amendments reflect only the current trend of the assessments which are going under 50C, 43C, 56, etc. And which has really put an onerous task on all the chartered accountants. Whenever while reporting, they have to take a legal opinion, or not legal opinion, but take a legal stand on several debatable legal issues, as was pointed out by the Speaker. With this, I must say that the Speaker has achieved his objective of converting the perceived threat into an opportunity. With this, I, on behalf of the Chamber and the Direct Tax Committee and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks.